This gotta be a long day. The Great War that had claimed millions of lives has finally ended, after Germany was forced to sign an armistice in November of 1918. Prior to this, Germany, with their specialized soldiers, had led a successful 60-kilometer push of the offensive against France to the point where the capital, Paris, could have been shot by artillery and forced to sign an armistice. However, it had pushed too quickly and supply lines were too far behind. The army was faced with malnutrition and lack of ammunition and reinforcements, and were ultimately faced with a great counterattack from the Allied powers. Plus, with Germany's Central Powers allies surrendered, the Balkans, the Ottoman, and especially Austria-Hungary suffering several losses, and Italy, their pre-World War ally, joined with Germany's adversaries such as Britain and France, and with several rebel groups, they had to settle in the surrender.
Is everyone present?
Yes, and would you like some tea?
It is like way.
Okay, France?
Passant.
Okay, so let's start the conference. So, what should we do about the Triple Alliance? Italy is with us now, so we only really need to take actions on Austria, Hungary, and German, right? I think that we shouldn't be too harsh with German. I believe German shouldn't really take the full blame as they weren't the one who started it.
Preposterous! Do you know what they did to us?
I agree with Clemenceau. Germany has already caused too much damage to France than they should have.
Alright. I get you guys are very angry for what they did, but hey, I'll give my 2 cents anyway. I would like to propose to you people this statement, the 14th points.
Don't tell me. This statement has a total number of 14 different points.
Here's are the 14 points. Number 1. No more secret agreements between countries. Diplomacy shall be open to the world. Number 2. International seas shall be free to navigate during peace and war. Number 3. There shall be free trade between the countries who accept the peace. Number 4. There shall be a worldwide reduction in weapons and armies by all countries. Number 5. Colonial claims over lands and regions will be fair. Number 6. Russia will be allowed to determine its own form of government. All German troops will leave Russian soil. Number 7. German troops will evacuate Belgium and Belgium will be an independent country. Number 8. France will regain all territories including the disputed land of Alsace-Lorraine. Number 9. The borders of Italy will be established such that all Italians will be within the countries of Italy. Number 10. Austria-Hungary will be allowed to continue to be an independent country. Number 11. The Central Power will evacuate Serbia, Montenegro, and Romania, leaving them as independent countries. Number 12. The Turkish people of the Ottoman Empire will have their own country. Other nationalities under the Ottoman rule will also have security. Number 13. Poland shall be an independent country. Number 14. A League of Nations will be formed that protects the independence of all countries no matter how big or small.
I believe what you've just proposed is way too idealistic. There's no way that we can follow that. You know, when it comes to Germany, peace was never an option. Just take a look at Clemenceau. He's literally so angry he could flip tables right now.
I'm telling you guys this. If peace is one of the options, we should choose it or else we'll come to regret it later. What are your demands?
We demand hard punishment upon the Germans. I want them weakened in every aspect, both militarily, strategically, and economically. That is our chief goal after witnessing two German attacks on our land. I want to ensure my people's safety.
As for us, our aims for joining this war is simple. We wanted to restore Belgian sovereignty and maintain the balance of power in Europe.
For us, we also demand peace as well. But, we would also love to get what we were promised. The lands from Austria-Hungary.
Speaking of Austria-Hungary, what are we going to do about them? Do we have to make them pay reparations and limit them on the same degree as we did to Germany?
No, they are a country on the verge of collapsing. Even if we don't do anything, the country Austria-Hungary will cease to exist sooner or later. They'll fight from the inside and eventually separate themselves. Besides, some of their lands are being given to Italy after the war ends. So I think they got what they deserve already.
I agree. As far as this is concerned. So, have we come to an agreement?
Yeah, I believe so. I am satisfied.
So am I. Let us sign the agreement then.
Sir, you have a letter.
Come in.
Look who is here.
So, we're here in order to put a stop to this war. I think both outside have lost enough. What do you think, Alliance? Let's come to a peace agreement. Yes?
No, mon sir. Excuse-moi. Pensez-vous que la violence allemande puisse faire confiance?
Silence, friends. We do not wish to be fighting anymore. We just want to be happy.
Anyways, let's continue. Here are the terms of the Treaty of Versailles that I have discussed with the Entente.
Oh, hold up. Wait, when did we ever discuss this?
Oh, it's for the time that really.
Anyways, just don't fret over just the small details. You just need to pay us billions of dollars and we're just gonna leave it your army.
Wait, it's just me, am I being punished way harder than Austria-Hungary?
Oh my, seems like someone finally realized his position. Don't you remember what you did? The Franco-Prussian War? Stealing our l'espoir? Wilhelm?
Wilhelm I was the first German emperor. He was weak-willed, not desiring to conquer nor expand his territories. He let Bismarck, his chancellor, handle most of the country's affairs. Bismarck was interested in maintaining balance between countries and was willing to develop friendship with Britain. After Wilhelm I's death, Wilhelm II, his grandson, rises up. On the contrary, this Wilhelm was very interested in conquering and gaining more powers. He was jealous of his English cousins and started building his own German navy.
Hey, Bismarck, come here.
Bismarck had a hard time maintaining balance with Wilhelm II's interference and was eventually fired due to disagreement. Consequently, the British felt threatened and entered an alliance with France and Russia.
Hey, you're fired.
With this, I hope the war will end and no future war will be created. I hope that everyone will know their mistakes and repent. Peace to all mankind.
It's not fair. This guy, the emperor is a fool. Someday, the German and its people shall get their revenge.
The First World War had finally ended, but the question of whether the ripples it had made have settled or not still remains ambiguous. The First World War had done too much. It had killed over too many men, shattered countries into too many nation-states, and had sparked too many desires for retaliation. To humanity's oblivion, the wildfire of war that the people thought had been extinguished was just about to be rekindled into another, one which is of a much more formidable scale than before.